Hello and welcome to the 124th episode of the Gochuucast. And this time, it's our quarterly shopping day for new seasonal anime. Normally, we start off with talking about the last season, but I gotta finish a lot of shit from the last season, so we're gonna hold off on that until I do that. So it's just shopping day for now.
Yep. Yep.
Shopping. I love shopping episodes
I like
because I
seeing
get to sign up for 15 anime and will watch 2 of them.
I just like seeing the different ones that I hadn't seen like before that I didn't know about. So
It's like I'm making the cast to a reality TV show, and we know there's only gonna be one winner, right?
okay. Right.
But some of the shows I never start at all. Some of the shows I watch a couple episodes,
Got it.
and the lucky few I finish entirely.
Well, we'll find out which ones belong in that category today. I guess we'll just start, we'll go down, popularity, sorting through the
Yeah,
annual
it's the
2024 fall. Some of these will have aired already, so I guess we can talk a little bit about the ones we might have seen already.
Yeah. So
and-
immediately I'm looking at the top of the popularity.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've heard of this anime, but it's getting a season 3 this season
What's it called?
called ReZero.
Full name?
ReZero.
Starting Life in Another World.
English name? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, English name?
No.
1 second. Let me
No, you're good. No, I got it.
ReZero
It's,
starting life in another world from zero.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
but
was looking for
yeah, no, ReZero's already aired, obviously, by the time
Yep.
this comes out. I mean, by the time we
No,
by the time
obviously,
recording.
we're all watching ReZero. We've
I've
talked
watched
about
it
ReZero.
multiple times. Spatula's watched half of it. PK hasn't watched
I'm gonna
any
finish it.
yet.
It's good so far.
Oh, the episode. Yes.
Yeah.
I have not watched any of the episode yet. I will be watching it by the time this podcast episode airs. If everything goes according to plan, I will have seen episode 1.
Yeah, but so it was an hour and a half. It's a bit of a chunker. We talked about the episode count before. Actually, I don't. Were you here? We talked about the new episode count. So it's gonna be 16 episodes for Arc 5, but according to prominent and trustworthy leakers, it's gonna be 38 episodes total.
Okay, so Arc 5 is going to be 16
And then
and
Arc
22
6
for
will be
Arc
22.
6.
Yes.
I feel like that sounds about right. Now,
Yeah, it sounds fine to me.
we're not expecting 16 to be anytime soon after this, correct? Or is there do we know, like, is it already known to be split core or something like that?
So we have the 8 that are going to be, so from here until I think it's December, maybe. There will be 8 episodes, and then we stop for a little bit. Maybe it's
And then
only
we'll
the
get
end of
our
November. I
another
can't
8.
remember. But then we'll get another 8 in February. And then whenever that other 8 ends, it so happens to coincide with Anime Japan 2025. So they're probably going to announce new season 3 information there for Arc 6.
Or part 2, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know exactly what what umbrella they'll be advertising it with. Apparently it's all under one season 3 project for them, but
Yeah.
you know, things can
And
change.
see, you said Arc 5 and Arc 6 are pretty closely connected, right?
Yeah, I mean
So,
at this point everything's pretty connected, but these are very
True.
the events of this arc very directly lead into the next one.
My assumption is we'll probably expect this to have a similar rollout to season 2, where it was spread out, but not we won't be waiting for part 2 of season 3 for 5 years.
Yeah,
for
we
example.
will get the other 22. I mean, I can't imagine we wait too horrifically long, especially because they're not going to it's not going to be marketed as a season 4 apparently.
Yes.
So at worst, I feel like we'd maybe wait half a year for the next part. But I mean, I have no fucking clue. it's difficult to say because production for Arc 6 could be easier considering it's less action heavy, but there are more episodes than there will be for Arc 5, so I don't know. I don't know. But all in all, especially because episode 1, which still only counts as one episode, was an hour and a half. It's basically 40 plus episodes for these two arcs, so we're balling.
Yes.
But yeah, episode 1's really good. Like we're back. I'm back. I'm happy.
Yeah,
Might always
except
died for
you're
this.
posting. He's saying he's back, but he's posting things in the
Look, dude,
Can't Hard
I
group
can't
chat
help
that
that
Bro, that
Anastasia's
that was
hips are,
crazy.
dude. Her hips are insane, dude. Like
Oh my god.
season 3 character designers in their bag. I don't know what else to do. I can't.
That's so done. Oh my gosh.
Dude, I mean,
Okay.
just let me have this, you know.
Okay. I didn't say anything.
I mean,
Just laughing.
okay,
Just giggling.
I'll let you have it. Just wasn't what I was expecting to open up and see in that chat.
That's just how things go sometimes, you know.
What character are these people talking about? Anyway, Matsuoka.
Bro.
That's who they're talking about. Talking about Belle's voice actor, and I was trying to figure it out because they just started posting random characters now, and I got tagged because they posted a Yaomushi pedal character,
I see.
but it's not even a good Yaomushi pedal character. I mean, he's not bad, but
Yep.
anyway,
But yeah, episode
that's not part of
1.
shopping.
I really like the OST for it. I feel like they were kind of cooking with the music, but this is kind of like where the real test starts now. From the end of episode 1 onward, it's kind of like, you know, foot's on the gas pedal from here. So I'm interested to see how they're going to be handling. It's like a much different arc for ReZero than any other, really, just because of how everything plays out. But
Oh yeah, the animation or like I mean you mentioned that earlier, right? With like the animation or like how they drew the characters. I guess it's not
yeah, just
animation,
character
right?
design.
Yeah, it like looks slightly different. Like yeah, I definitely noticed that from what I've seen so far. Like for some like the faces and everything are just like very slightly like it's noticeable enough. I don't think it like
I mean, this
changes
is
too much
like
for
an
me.
extreme upgrade over season 2 and what happened
Yeah,
with
yeah.
that. This felt like, I mean, that was developed during COVID, you know, shit happens, but
Yeah.
this is definitely more of a return to form.
Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely tell the difference. So I mean that was just something I noticed, but
Yeah, I think a lot of characters benefited from it, uh, like Anastasia, as I've shown, but you know,
This is not what you're. Oh my god.
anyway,
Oh, God.
you know, I mean, overall, everything just looks really good so far. Uh, there's like a little bit of CG. Any CG they used is like infinitely better than any CG ReZero's ever had before. So like, I'm okay with it,
Yeah.
and I doubt it'll be used very much.
I
But yeah,
just think there's we'll talk a little bit about CG with something we'll see later too. But I just feel like studios are getting better with like putting CG in ways that like I can notice but also not mind.
yeah. So I mean, that's mainly like I feel like the bigger studios are starting to get better with it, but
Yeah.
there's still definitely some remnants lying around of some very dog shit. People still use dog shit CGI. It's just how it goes. It's very unfortunate, but it's definitely getting better as a whole overall.
Gotta save a bit of money sometimes.
Yeah. But moving on, Don Don, which first episode came out today at the time we're recording this.
I did
I
watch it.
watched it. All right, it's two of us. I doubt Spat
I've
watched it.
watched
No, I know. I put it on my watch list, so that's like one thing I wanted to watch. So.
I
It
watched 3 episode 1 so far.
it's something. That's I don't.
Something
I
that scares me.
don't know how I feel. So first thing I initially noticed is it has like the art style that they went with for the anime is very cool and very
It's
nice.
very
I like it
visually engaging.
with the dark outlines and everything. I loved the art of everything I saw. There
Yeah,
wasn't really a story, which is fine, but
I'm
it
sure
also
we'll
means
get
that.
something, but
So what's interesting is I've actually heard that this series they really don't like get super plotty or anything like that. It's just supernatural phenomenon of the week. But like I liked episode 1. There was a lot of cool
I
stuff in it. I kind of liked the like supernatural things that they had show up. There was some weird stuff.
it was a very strange first
It
episode.
was
Like,
yeah,
I could not. This is not something I could like look at someone with a straight face and recommend if they aren't like into anime
I would
already.
agree. I would absolutely agree.
Like, it was. I heard it was gonna be strange, but I was not ready for like just how strange it actually was.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll see where it goes. Like, I'm not like turned off by how weird it is or anything. I'm just like right now I'm in that
We
space where I'm like, this has the exact same story setup as every other fucking shonen that is like exploded to release in the past like decade, and so I'm just waiting for it to differentiate itself in some capacity.
yes. Yeah, like the alien stuff was a little much.
It's very odd, extremely odd. There had to be a better way to do that. There had to be a
The premise of the show and like everything from the trailer that I've seen, it's like seems very like out there. So I don't know. I guess it doesn't surprise me too much that like the whole visual aspect of it is like just like extremely. I mean, based on what I've seen from the trailer, it's like it's out there for sure. So I don't know. I'm excited to watch.
Well, and that's what's
Watch this one.
interesting is because, like I said, I've heard like it was pretty out there. Episode 1, I enjoyed it. I don't know like going forward how I feel about it, but I have heard that it kind of just like stays being zany.
Yeah,
So
I've heard
for sure.
it's like zany, but less in like the way that it was in episode
that
one,
it
where
was
it's
in
like
episode
really
1.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes. Okay.
which I would definitely prefer. Not that I'm like particularly sensitive to what they were doing, but it's just like it's not something I need a lot of. So I don't know.
It was just like I said, it was a little much.
Yeah, I'm definitely just waiting for it to do something to like have its own identity. Because right now it's like, oh boy, another protagonist who is possessed by this entity in the world that they are living in, and he can use its power. Wow, very original. You know,
Wow.
I haven't seen that before for like the past every big shonen anime to come out. But yeah,
This is
no,
the 10th time you've shown us Ultra Lord
yeah,
Bean.
we'll see. A lot of people gas this to high hell, so I mean, it's got to be somewhat decent. So
Yeah.
I'll be here. I mean, I've already watched episode 1, so I'm locked in. But yeah, next up, I have this on my planning already, but I haven't actually watched the first episode. Uzumaki.
I don't know if I'm playing. So I'm not really into Jacob and I were actually just talking about this before the podcast, but I'm not really that into horror, so I don't know where I stand with this, but it sounds cool.
It's only 4
Yeah,
episodes
that was the
apparently. I
first
thought it
thing
was gonna
that
be 8 for
jumped out
some
at me.
reason. I'll watch it just because I really like the art style they went with. Like, I think whenever you're trying out like very experimental type of art, black and white just works so well. I don't know why.
Black and white is cool. It is very cool.
Like it was kind of like this in Star Wars Visions, the first season. I think it's the very first episode. It was like 3D animated, but they had it in like the style was black and white. I think the only color they had was like red that would show up, and so it just black and white works with the style that they went with, and it's just very. Yeah, I think a lot of Junji Ito's horror stuff tends to get like bad adaptations, so hopefully this stays
Hopefully this
good.
is good.
Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
Horror anime don't really. There's not a lot of horror anime. You know. So
Yeah, we have actually a history with horror anime on this podcast.
yes.
Oh yeah, basically we didn't. We had
It's
the
been a
episode.
while. Been a while
Yeah,
And
since we
by
talked
history
about
we mean
horror anime.
lack of
Lack
history.
yeah,
thereof of
Lack
basically.
history.
there. Yeah, a horror episode. Did that
I just
land an
get
episode of
scared.
all time? I don't remember.
I don't like watching
I
scary stuff.
probably did. I mean, the whole episode is basically us being like, yeah, we just really haven't watched any of it. But we rolled in on the wheel. That was when we
Yeah,
had the
the
Oh
wheel.
genre wheel. Yeah.
the wheel.
There's just not really. I don't know. I just don't feel like anime or animation even really like lends itself to horror.
That's why this is kind of cool because it's taking a very different approach to like modern animation to begin with, in an attempt to kind of like do horror justice, I guess.
Yeah, horror is just. It's just a weird genre because I don't feel like I really get affected by horror, and then I know some people do. Like I have a friend. Oh my god, we went to watch the new Pet Cemetery, uh, the remake of the old one, and it was a group of friends, and he literally walked out towards the end of the movie because it was getting to him, and we just all fucking laughed at him, and then people behind us started giggling because we were laughing. It was just so funny. But like, yeah, it's just like not me. I just don't get like bothered by horror. And
I get.
so, especially in animation where it's like there's no level of realism to it, because I feel like that's like part of what can make horror a little scary for some people is just like seeing like something unnerving being put to reality. And so when you put it in animation, it doesn't really have that same feel.
I think there are different kinds of horror too because it's like so like there are some kinds of horror where it's like the environment makes it scary, right? Like um there are like some scenes in movies where you feel like you're being watched or like you feel like something's gonna happen but it doesn't actually happen, those kinds of
Yeah,
things.
like just
Like there's a
tension.
lot of foreshadowing. Yeah. That one I can kind of handle. I just hate jump scares. Like I've always hated them. Like I like when people find out, like I remember this happening all the time in like college. People would find out I get really scared of jump scares of like anything, and so they would like pull pranks on me just because I was like jump scare type pranks. Like they would like turn off the lights while I was in the shower and stuff like that, and like random stuff,
Yeah,
like just to scare me. I would get like yeah, I cannot handle that stuff. I've always hated it. So
yeah, it's like
horror is like
cheaper
really good.
horror though.
Yeah, yeah,
Cheap
sure.
scare.
Yeah.
Yeah, jump scares to me have always just felt cheap. And
Yeah.
like there is probably some fairness to just like having some of those cheap spooks,
Yeah.
but I would agree that it's not something I've ever found like value in.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I get it. It's just I can't watch horror because of that. Or like you have to tell me that there's not going to be a jump scare. I get too scared and I find it very unpleasant. So, yeah, it's just different for everybody.
Ours is sending me pictures of some cute girl from a show this season,
Well, maybe
and
we'll get to it. Maybe we
we
won't.
will. But it's just interesting to me. He's like, "Has it convinced you to watch it yet?" And I go, "We'll see when we get there."
Yeah, but next up is a show with no cute girls, and that's Blue Lock, which I actually don't know if I want to watch this season of Blue Lock. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, I'm just not.
So
I'm just not actually gonna
okay,
watch
that's
Blue
fair.
Lock
That's
this
fair. That's
season. I
fair.
don't want to watch it anymore.
Um, I like this season of Blue Lock content more than the season one content. However, it's still Blue Lock, so I do respect that opinion.
Yeah, I just can't see it like changing to a degree that I care about.
Yeah, I would say that that's probably accurate. Um, but yeah, Blue Lock season two, I'll probably watch it. I've read a good chunk of Blue Lock, so it's like maybe I'll watch it. Maybe I'll just be like, I've read through this arc, so I'm satisfied. Kind of depends. I do like this arc. It's a good arc. It's just Blue Lock is Blue Lock. So if you liked Blue Lock season one, you'll like season two.
Apparently the movie
Yeah.
was like really poorly done from what I was seeing, but
Was it really? I haven't seen it yet, so
yeah. At least, I mean, I not that I watched it, but
that's disappointing.
I don't
Because
know.
I
Not that
like
like
that
Blue Lock's production quality was ever particularly
was
top
ever
tier,
good.
but it's actually like literally just a still shot merchant. Like actually, like you'd probably be better off reading the
Ooh.
manga if you enjoy Blue Lock, to be honest. But I don't know.
It's pretty good.
I just find Blue Lock. So I mean, we've been down this road. It's been a while since we've been down this road, but I just
Since
find
we
Blue
talked
Lock
about
to
Blue
be
Lock, yeah.
very cringe.
Yeah. And it's not gonna get away from that.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not continuing Blue Lock. I had my 2 core seasons fill. I think I'll be okay. Not watching it. When's Aoshi season 2? That's what I need.
I wish the next arc of content that would be season 2 is my favorite arc in all of Awashi. So
Let's bring a
that's
real soccer anime to the table, not this fucking battle
amen.
shonen head ass fucking fake ass soccer anime.
Amen.
But yeah,
I'm a little
I
surprised that they haven't talked about season 2 for Awashi yet. I mean, it did decent. I don't think it did crazy. So maybe that's why. Um Also maybe they're just taking their time with it because it did good but not like crazy. So they can take their time without having to worry about people begging for it.
yeah.
But I hope season 2 comes because season 1 was very good. And I think it did pretty well to my knowledge, so and obviously the manga for it sells extremely well in Japan.
I'm gonna link a Twitter video that I just saw. It
Uh-oh.
has nothing to do with anything we're talking about. I just need to like save it somewhere for later because this will be incorporated into something.
The
But
video? No. Let me see this.
it's very nonsensical.
Oh, okay. What the heck?
Is this
But yeah. Anyway, next anime. Bleach. Thousand Year Blood War Core 3. I'm not watching Bleach. That
Who
doesn't
do you
watch
watch this
Bleach.
bitch?
And
can you
PK
turn all
is
of
reading
these
Bleach, so
can you turn all of these individually into stickers? Anyway.
I'm not gonna turn all of them individually into stickers, no. For context to
Anyway,
our viewers, I found a Twitter video of a Monica plushie being destroyed in various ways. One was it was got hydraulic pressed, and then it melted, and then they sliced it like it was actually a cake, and they exploded it, and then they crushed it, like, and they blew it up like a balloon. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Like,
yeah,
that can't be
dude,
like this has to be. I don't understand how they did this. Okay, they're AI. That's what I was. Okay,
that's why I understood.
at least someone in the comments said it's AI, but I would imagine it's AI. I can't imagine this is.
No.
I don't know. There's a lot going on there. Anyway,
Anyway, yes, there's minimal bleach love in
yeah,
here.
Bleach exists. That is the thing that happens.
I
Uh,
like it. I mean, the bleach manga is good. I am really far away from the anime, like where this would be. So there's not much I can say on it.
yeah, I mean, by this point, people who are watching Bleach are watching Bleach. You know, this is part 3 of a one arc.
I think it's unlikely that I'll ever watch um Bleach, but I might watch like anime like scenes, like fights and
Yeah,
stuff
you
that I
probably
liked
watch
from the
the hype
manga.
fights. Somehow the next most popular thing is fucking Spirit Chronicles season 2. Uh,
I keep seeing screenshots to this, and I don't know much about it other than I'm pretty sure it was mid.
Yeah,
Yes.
this
But
is
it
the anime
looks,
you would
but
like,
it looks
PK. I don't know
cute.
why. It just looks like that. Maybe I'm just associating it
I
with
don't know
another
about
show
that.
you like.
So
I don't know.
I don't know.
Probably associating it with another show you like, and it's just in my head.
This is
You
like
think
the
I
main
would like
character.
this or Daniel would
Yeah,
like
yeah,
this?
you. Yeah, I don't know
I
why.
agree. I keep seeing the art for it, and I'm like, this looks PK pilled.
Yeah, like I don't know. It just
Yeah, I
That
just
doesn't mean that it's good or I'll like
no.
it, but the art
Yeah, it
looks
just looks like it.
it's
looks
definitely
PK pilled.
not good.
Let me read the synopsis to season 1 while you talk about it.
So the main character is just like discount Kirito, even has Kirito's voice actor.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Oh, it's another Matsuoka. Got it. We were just
it's
talking
literally
about
just a
him.
generic shitty isekai that has really nothing going for it. It's just like I don't know, it's watchable mid is the best way I can put
Okay.
it. It's not particularly good. I have no reason to hate it, but like it's just there and I don't really care for it.
But these characters are cute.
Have you considered that there are a lot of cute characters in anime and things that you haven't watched yet that are actually worth watching?
That's true. And I also would have to watch an entire season 1 for this.
Yes.
We're shopping for the current season.
Yes. There's a 0% chance you watch season 1, and that makes it so there's a negative percent chance that you watch season 2.
So I'm putting it on the plan to watch.
Oh, I bet.
We'll see how far it gets in the the plan to watch hell. Anyway, it looks cute.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's kind of shit. I can't lie, but it looks like it's gonna get more into like an actual plot maybe in this season. So who knows? Apparently the first season was like a shitty adaptation. So I don't know. I don't fucking know anymore. I guess I'll find out in 3 days, and then every
And we'll
subsequent
see.
whole week after that. Another shitty Isekai, Arifureta. This is 16 episodes. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Oh my god. Anyway, third season of that's
This
coming
season
out.
3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's an OVA I gotta watch before I do this, maybe. Actually, no, it just says prequel season 2. I think there is an OVA somewhere in between that, but I have no idea. I'm not seeing it on here. Oh, it's a side story. Okay. I don't think I watched it. I have it on planning. I'll think about it. I don't know if it's actually canon or not. It does just say side story, so maybe not. I'm gonna take that off my planning and pretend it doesn't exist. Yeah, I'll watch season 3. I'm already fucking 2 seasons deep into this bitch, so I don't know. It's mindless enough to
This is
where
sunk cost fallacy.
Yep.
look, I watched 3 seasons of Rent a Girlfriend. Well, I mean, watched is a strong word. The season 2 and 3, I watched it multiple times speed. But
Consumed.
yeah, I literally consumed them. Yeah, I already read the manga for it, and I definitely did not want to rewatch it. So, but yeah, now something I actually am excited for: Don Machi season 5. Uh,
I watched episode 1.
I have not watched episode 1 yet.
Okay, I will say no words. Do you know Danmachi plot or are you anime only? I forget.
I'm anime only.
Word. I will say no words. Episode 1 was good.
Yeah, a lot of
From
people
what
on
I
Twitter are dying
yeah,
inside because it's gonna be a butchered adaptation and rushed, but I'm anime only, so I just hope that it at least is decent content for me.
I have been told that the opening
Yeah, the opening is
visuals are
spoiler as shit.
crazy.
Yeah, I'll have to save it for after the season then.
So I
Usually
have
I don't
not
give a
watched the
shit
opening.
anyway, but like, I don't know.
I feel like I don't give a shit, but when people start saying like, "No, guys, for real, you should not watch this," then I'm like,
Yeah,
"Okay,
it's the
I
first time I've ever
listen."
seen someone like, or any like a group of people so vehemently like don't watch an opening, so I just won't do that.
I'm assuming there's like a pretty major plot point of some sort that's just like, here you
Yeah.
go.
Like, yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. Because, like, from Mushoku Tensei Season 2, Part 2, I literally guessed the entire season based off the opening, so, it's, I'm just not going to take a chance here.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I liked episode 1 though.
Yeah,
Not too much.
I really like season 4. So and I've because of my my Danmachi video being as big as it is.
Yeah.
I had a lot of comments being like, next season's content, this should be like better than season 4. So I've been
Yeah, I've heard a lot of that. Mars says season 5's his favorite content from it as well, so should be good eats. Episode 1 definitely gave me a lot of things to think about,
yeah, it should
which is a
be.
funny sentence to say with Danmachi, because there's full seasons of Danmachi where I had nothing to think about.
According
So
to leakers, it should be. I believe it was 15 episodes for this season. It says 13 on any list, but I think High Dive probably listed it as 13, and so they went with that. But there's gonna be more, I would assume.
maybe there'll be a super episode. It ends with a movie.
Recaps, bro.
They'll probably just add extra slots on
Don't
after.
say that word. Jesus.
That's anime watchers' least favorite word.
Next up after Danmachi, another highly anticipated season 2 for the gang.
Shangri-La Frontier second season. I'm so hyped that this got a second season so fucking fast.
I love that it got it so quick. They knew that they cooked.
Yeah,
Was it
apparently
season
it
one
was.
seasons ago?
Yeah, it was a little like
Yeah,
half a year ago we got
Yeah. Okay.
season 1 finished. Apparently
I'm
this has been like the plan
yeah.
since the start, was to just have
Okay.
like
Yeah.
two core seasons, which is insane by the way, but
they knew that they were cooking.
I'm very excited for this. I'm so happy. I might read the manga afterward, maybe. I don't know. Like I might have thought about
I
it after
have
season 1, but
read
then season 2 was announced like literally immediately, so I'm like, oh fuck.
I've read a little bit of the manga, but definitely not through season 2. I think I'm only a little bit past season 1.
Yeah, no, I'm ready for
Like a
this.
matter of a couple chapters, probably.
This is like the monkey action I needed in my life. Just this
Yes.
goofy ass anime.
This will do for you what Blue Lock cannot.
Yeah, Blue Lock, cringe, lame, stupid. Shangri-La Frontier, cool, based, red pilled. You know, like the whole very such a good anime. I love this anime so much, dude. It's so fun. Hopefully, the production quality stays at what it was for season 1, since season 2
Yes,
came
I
so
would agree.
fast. So it's
My
definitely.
hope is that they just did it all, like, not necessarily together, but at just whatever their pace was for the whole thing. And just once they felt like they were on a good pace with it, they were just like, all right, we can start
Yeah.
sending stuff.
But yeah, very very excited for that one. Season 1, if you haven't seen it, you should do that. But getting to our first non-sequel since the second thing on this list.
We won.
Yeah,
We have won.
the better blue anime. Yeah, blue box fans, you're winning.
We are you're winning too. You're a Hina fan. She looks so cute in episode 1.
I could see myself the Hina profile picture at some point, but for right now, Anastasia will stay. But
Yeah, I
Whatever
have
it
this on
was
my
you were
planning.
about to say, Spatula.
I was gonna
Oh,
say something
that's
else,
fine.
but
I know you were gonna say something else. I could hear that laugh you made, and I could tell
I
that it was not gonna be.
can't.
is there someone someone's figure you were thinking about potentially when I said what I said?
I was not thinking about the figure. I was thinking about someone else's, what their comments about the figure.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I had this on my planning actually, Blue Box. So yeah, I'm excited for this one as well.
This is another one of my favorite rom-coms,
Yeah.
and for it starts off fairly slow, and knowing that, I still I love the pace that they took with the first episode. I love all the animation and art they did. Now, we were talking about CG earlier. There were a few both good and bad uses of CG in the first episode of Blue Box.
I don't think there's any particularly like ugly moment I ever saw in
There,
it.
so the only one, and it's a totally fair one. Um, they had this one somewhat quick shot where they showed a bunch of people playing badminton, kind of like zoomed out as like a
Well, they
from
did
the
like the
ceiling type
big
of shot.
camera pan. I
Yes,
thought that was
close to the end.
fine. Oh, it's the
I
end. Okay,
yeah
maybe
yeah
I didn't see
yeah
that
yeah.
then.
I don't know if I can go find it for you later. That was the only moment I saw that I was kind of like, ugh. But um, it's not an important thing, and I'm one of those people that's like, listen, if you feed me with the important stuff, I don't mind if you take a short little like transition panel or transition part off. Save that budget.
Yeah, I don't
But
feel
they
like
made a lot of interesting CG decisions also with stuff like the sports equipment. So like the basketballs are one. There were a few times with the basketballs were CG, a few times that weren't. They looked really good for CG.
yeah, there wasn't anything I personally noticed that I was like, that's off.
The art style looks phenomenal. They made all of the characters look so good.
Yeah, there's some fun shots in there. Like the shot that I thought you were
Oh,
talking about,
the
where
when they
they're
had the running shot when he's running towards the school,
yeah,
I
that that
was like, this is what Gohan's wants to do.
they are who go. It's like I literally thought of that. I'm like, this is some Gohan's type shit, except they like executed it in a way that wasn't
But they're
nauseating.
iconic.
There is at least a couple shots that I was like, this this is exactly what Gohan's wants to be.
Yeah.
There was one like close to the beginning too, wasn't there?
Yeah, it was the one where they're like going through the entire gym and everyone's practicing or
Yes.
whatever.
Yes, yes, yes.
I thought that's what you
That's
were
what you
complaining
thought I
about.
was
And
talking
like
about.
I thought that looked
No,
good, but you know,
no, that looked really good. This was like a very random thing close to the end of the episode. It was very quick.
yeah. I'll look at it
Um,
later, I guess.
yeah, no, it looked really good. I think this was one of those episode ones where I'm like, okay, it looks like they are putting love into the creation of it, which is like everything you could want, right?
Yeah.
Well, if I see visual effort, then I feel good about the fact that it'll all go well.
Yeah, this is gonna be consecutive 2 core for 25 episodes, so hopefully that holds
Yes.
up. But we'll see.
Yes. And I'm sure that there'll be like I said, it's a somewhat slower anime, I think, than a lot of things. Which can be both positive and negative for something like that, because on one hand, they're not doing a whole lot that you need to go like absolutely crazy for, right?
Yeah, I think it depends on the genre, just like a lot, because it's
Yeah.
like some of them require like the plot to kind of progress, like right, like a drama. It's like more,
Yes.
yeah. So
I
I think it
don't
depends.
remember. So Blue Box is obviously a rom com and also like pretty decent amount of sports focus too.
Badminton.
Honestly, more than I thought they were gonna do when I first started reading the series. I kind of thought it was gonna be one of those rom coms that was just like, oh, by the way, they play sports. And it's honestly pretty close to 50-50 with sports versus rom-com.
Hmm.
Obviously, there's sections of the series where it kind of picks one or the other for a bit because that's how plots work. But um, I don't remember if there's any really crazy sports arcs or anything near the beginning.
I'm like 40 chapters in-ish. I don't know if there's any like crazy arcs, but I mean, it's mostly to do with badminton, at least at the start.
Yes. And I will say of the two sports, badminton gets more of the focus for sure.
Doesn't particularly surprise me.
I don't know. There's it's great. Episode 1 was fantastic. I could have not hoped for a better episode 1, I think.
Yeah. I'm glad you could get something good for the thing that you like. And then I will have to suffer next season when the thing that I like gets an anime.
Okay, but we know how it's gonna go. The first
Yeah.
episode, they're gonna pop off too. And you're gonna be like, oh, maybe Enki's not so bad.
I'm not even gonna. No, hell no. They gotta give me like 12
You
episodes of
gotta
straight
inhale
good.
its hope
I'm
for
like, actually, I'm not gonna fall for it. Are you kidding me? I'm not stupid. I've seen this
I
before.
know, it's
I've seen
just
this song and dance. Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely not. Medalist died so that ReZero could run. Just how it ended up going, unfortunately.
Medalist died so Anastasia could have hips.
I mean, that's
Don't say anymore.
it's a trade-off. It's a trade-off for sure. Some good hips. Anyway.
Sword Art Online is back.
Kind of. The Gun Gale
It's Gun
season
Gale.
2.
Yes.
Uh,
Have you watched
I
season 1 yet?
not yet. I'll get whenever
Okay.
I finish up all my stuff I'm on right now. I'll binge season 1, I guess, and then I can start season 2. So I'll try it. I'll try and get to it, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But
I don't have current plans to watch the Gun Gale Online. Maybe one day. This season probably will not be touching season 1 or season 2 due to
who
watching
knows?
other things.
Maybe I'll watch season 1 and then come in here and be like, PK, oh
And
my
you'll
god, this is
tell me
just like
that I have to
Shangri-La
be there.
Frontier. It's so good, and then you'll watch it, and then
And I'll watch it all in a night. Yeah. It's a non-zero chance, but fairly low, I would say.
I doubt it's gonna happen. But yeah, next one is one that you are technically experienced with, I believe.
I technically have some experience, and we have
Oh
talked
yeah,
about this before.
Yeah.
However, we talked about this
In
in
the
the last
lost
episode. So we're coming back. So in the last episode, we talked about my trip to Anime Matsuri. And sparing the details, I did get to watch the first episode of multiple shows. Of first 2 episodes, I think, of Mecha Ude, which we'll talk about later. And then I also got to see episode 1 of Loner Life in Another World. I don't know the Japanese name to that. Probably Loner
Hitori
Isekai.
Bochi no Isekai Koryaku.
Yes,
I'm
Hitori Bochi.
I'm staring at it right now because of my annual settings. There we go.
Thank you.
Very-
Actually, episode 2 came out today. I have not watched it yet. Also, the the ratings on this are not looking
See one?
good.
I can't
Yeah,
say I'm particularly interested in adding this to my list. I'm not gonna lie.
What I will say is I enjoyed episode 1. What I will also say is I don't think we're breaking too much new ground.
No, you don't say.
Just rehashed
I think
isekai stuff.
the fun thing to me about this isekai is that the big not really twist but kind of twist is his whole like fucking class gets isekai. It's not just him, it's like all the people that's also in his random high school class, and they all get their little like isekai powers and everything.
Yeah, I think I saw a clip of this where like the portal appears in his classroom and he's like, "I've seen this before," and he tries to like he tries
He's
to
like,
get
I
out of
know
there.
how this
He's
goes.
like, "Fuck this! I'm getting out of here."
I
Too
think
much
when
work.
in the last episode we talked about this, where it was also like I had a lot of fun watching this, but I was in a theater basically, right?
Yeah, it was a
Watching it with a
different
bunch of
experience.
like hundreds of people. So it's like, of course I'm gonna have fun, and of course I'm gonna laugh at the jokes if everyone in the room's laughing, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I will keep watching it probably, and so we'll
Uh,
see. We'll see my thoughts as it continues. I'm not expecting anything crazy from it from Studio Passion. So
Uh,
that's gives us a little information.
yeah.
Oh, that's bad. They fucked up a couple things that I enjoyed. So
Yeah. Next up, I think this is like some appraisal skill, isekai or aristocrat shit. I don't know.
as of being
It's a season
current
2. I didn't watch
season
it.
two,
None of us
I
in here watched it.
I didn't
yeah.
watch it. I won't watch it. We can.
I've heard it's like not that like I think I've heard it's decent, but like I don't care enough about it to maybe start it. So moving on. Uh, Kimi wa Medo Sama. This is something that I don't think any of us know
You
about.
are Miss Servant. Story of a
Never mind. I've
maid
definitely heard of this.
on a world
Oh,
finally
this
finds
one. Yeah.
family.
Okay. I was like looking at this one when I was like trying to look at all the shows for this
Hmm.
season, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Told told from young that her only worth is as a killer, Yuki had known nothing else except cold efficiency and following orders. Now that she has a chance to leave her past behind, she arrives at the doorstep of Hitoyoshi Yokuya, asking to be employed as a maid. Thus begins the journey of a former assassin learning what it means to be normal.
A maid.
Yeah, I don't know if
Um,
I don't know. I
I'm
don't,
gonna say this. How do I want to say this? I don't have a maid fetish.
Thank
And
yeah,
you.
that's kind
I'm
of
not
just like
big into
my
maids
initial
either.
that's kind of just my initial reaction to this where it's like I I think what I'm looking at here is, do you like maids? If the answer is yes, watch this. If the answer is not yes, then do you like assassins in like smaller print? And it's the same. If the answer is no, don't watch this. If the answer is yes, maybe give it a chance.
I think.
Um, I'm
I
not
mean,
particularly
yeah.
drawn to this. It sounds good within its like target group, probably.
I feel like it's just one of those shows where it's just gonna be like someone who is previously in a serious profession becomes like I don't know. Like I feel like this kind of like archetype of
I've
show
seen
like
this,
feels
yeah.
common.
It's
Like I don't know why. It
Spy
just feels
Family
common.
without the family.
Yeah. Okay. There you
I
go.
mean, it is common. It's just this is the
This is the 2024.
we're yeah. This is like the. As funny as it is for me to be like, I don't have a maid fetish. That's why I'm not watching this. It's like kind of how it is, right? They're taking a couple quirks that the author liked and saying we're going to target the people who like those same things, and that's the target audience, right?
Yeah, it just doesn't. The description's not particularly enticing enough for me to.
Yeah, I think, and that's perhaps if the description was more descriptive, I'd be like, oh, this sounds a little more unique, but
Yeah.
it just sounds like, do I like made assassins? Yes or no?
No.
Next up is Dragon Ball Daima, which I love
I
Dragon
feel
Ball, but I'm not particularly interested in Daima. I don't think.
it's fair. This is the technical last thing written by Toriyama, correct?
Yes, I believe he was the one who wrote this for the most, or at least he had a hand in this.
Yeah. I guess we don't necessarily know the full details of that, but I hope it does well for that reason. I
I
am
have
not
nothing
connected
against
to
it. It
Dragon
just
Ball,
doesn't
so
look
it's like
very interesting to me. Like I'm just I don't know. GT it's gonna be different than GT probably, but like at the whole like Goku becoming a kid thing, just like I'm not you know been I've watched Dragon Ball. I watched Dragon Ball GT. I'm just not really here for Kid Goku a third time, you know.
fair.
I don't know.
I have no opinions. I'm not connected to Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
Yeah. Me
I'm
neither.
just
My
not
thing is
yeah.
essentially just because it's at least like somewhat written by Toriyama. I'm like, I hope it's well received by the people
I hope Dragon Ball
who will receive
fans
it.
can enjoy it, but for me, I'm
Yes.
just like it doesn't really interest me. There are like some people who are like oh, well, this is actually a return to form for the series because it features a younger Goku. It's basically just like gonna be Dragon Ball again. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, let's just it's not that deep. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I just can't see the vision here. But I hope they enjoy it. I don't think I'll be watching.
Fair.
But yeah,
So
moving
next,
on.
we have the next installment of Blue Exorcist.
A lot
The
of
third
sequels.
blue anime.
Beyond the Snow Saga is where I am technically paused in Blue Exorcist manga. Pretty early into it. So yes, the Holy Trinity: Blue Lock, Blue Box, Blue
All in the
Exorcist.
same column for whatever
The
reason.
the just so you know, these are directly related to each other. Watch Blue Box first so you can fully understand Blue Lock.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll
Alright.
be lost. That's Mars sent me a, a comment that was on the Blue Box
Do I need to watch Blue Lock
Reddit
and
post
Blue
earlier, and it
Exorcist
said, "Do I
before
need
this?
to watch these first?"
You actually need to watch.
That's what made me think of that.
You need to watch Blue Period first, actually, and then you can watch Blue Lock and Blue Exorcist, and then you can go watch Blue Lock
Yes.
or Blue Box.
It's Blue Exorcist like season 4 at this point, so I will at some point be caught up to Blue Exorcist, and this will be the first arc for me that's actually mostly new content.
Yeah, but
So
I have no connection to this, so yeah.
at some point I'll be there. I like Blue Exorcist. I'm just not there yet.
Alright, so another new show. I can just tell from the key visual here. I bet this is a villainous show. Rekishi ni Nokuru Akujo ni Naruzo. The English for
Yep.
that is "I'll become
I'll
a
become a
villainess who goes
villainess.
down in history." Who could have guessed? I could have guessed. I did.
Wow.
This young girl hates all the goody two shoes heroines, so when she's reincarnated, I'm not even gonna read this, dude. I don't want to.
The villain
I'm
in
sick
her
and tired.
favorite fantasy
There's like
game.
10 billion isekai, and now there's 10 billion villainous specific isekai. I just don't understand where
Yeah,
this
I
came
remember it
from.
was like a year ago. I was like asking, like, is this like a new like archetype? And like, yeah,
There's
I
like
guess.
at least one every season now. Just the new
So it feels
villainous.
like for sure.
Here's the thing. I kind of like the shitty villainous anime.
Well, we've been down this road before.
I'm putting it
Yeah.
in the shopping basket.
He's not watching a single episode.
Who knows, I might not watch a single episode, but it is in the shopping basket. Um it doesn't necessarily sound, just from the description, it doesn't sound super different from most other villainous anime. Um the big difference from what I'm reading it being that she just really fucking likes being evil. Fair enough.
Yeah.
What's
Next
this
up,
next one about?
Nakiri no Bore wa Intai
Oh,
Shitai. That is, let this grieving soul retire. 6 childhood friends make a vow one day to become treasure hunters and eventually grow to be the strongest heroes in the world. During his first quest, Cry Andri realizes he isn't cut out for the job. Even so, his friends make him the leader. Underpowered in the face of great expectations, Cry embarks on a reluctant hero's tale of glory, headaches, and wanting to retire early. So I guess they like put their bum friend as their leader.
you're just
And
like, hey, you gotta be in the gang. I
yeah,
feel like I saw something from this posted online, and I
I feel
don't
like I've
remember what it
heard
was.
something said about this before, but I don't know. I just don't feel like I'm very interested in watching this. It just doesn't seem, there's nothing that like makes it stand out, I feel like. I mean, obviously, it's another shitty fantasy anime, but I don't know.
Yeah, I
It's got
have
some decent character designs, maybe at best, and that's about all.
I don't know that I'm particularly drawn to this one, but
It's not calling to me. But next up is something that I already have on my planning, and episode 1 came out today. 365 Days to the Wedding.
I actually kind of want to watch this low key. Like,
this is the one that Mars has been spamming me with pictures of, so
Low key, I'm putting it on my plane.
allow me to read the description. Work at same travel agency, so it's adult romance, both introverted single, company opening a branch in Alaska. Employees without spouses required to work there. So they fake an engagement. Ooh, okay. I see. And that's why it's 365 days for the wedding. I see, I see. This could be funny.
I think the
He
premise is
posted
interesting.
such a weird variety of pictures of this girl. Because he posted like some of the pictures of her just being deadpan, and then some of the pictures of her being cute. And I was just kind of like, which angle are you going for?
Oh, is it the main character?
Yeah, the main girl.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll put it on the plan.
I like
It
I think the
sounds
premise is
cute.
interesting.
I
I don't
kind of
know.
like the yeah, now I've read the premise. I kind of like the premise. I could see it being both
Interesting.
fun and interesting, potentially.
I will return next episode with first impressions.
Report.
Yes. Maybe I will too. Who knows?
But yeah, next one is tying the knot with the Amagami sisters. I've actually read a lot of the manga for this. It's from an assistant for the quintessential quintuplets. It's just a shitty harem. So
Nice.
yeah. So this is, I don't know if I call it Gooner, but it's probably not too far off, especially with episode 1.
Oh, that's disappointing. I was looking at it. I was like, oh, it looks kind of cute.
It's not good. I mean, it's, I don't know. It just kind of falls off at some point. I haven't read it in a while, so maybe it picks back up. But yeah, it's just,
I think my initial thoughts. I'm not going to add this to my planning. Perhaps one day I'll read it. I think that's what
the art's pretty
my
good.
soul says.
It has some interesting stuff in there. Yeah, I'll watch it because I like Asahi as a character, and Shion Wakayama is voicing her, and I like her too, so we'll see. I can't imagine it's going to be particularly great, but yeah, I haven't read the manga in a while, so maybe this will like refresh my memory on some things. This can be two
Yeah, maybe
core
it
as well,
starts hot and you don't know.
but yeah,
Could be interesting. It looks cute. I
it's
just don't know.
watchable mid at worst.
Yeah, I mean it's in my mind it feels like it's in the same category as like um Cafe Terrace, which is also something that I was eventually like, you know what, I think I'll save this for maybe like a rainy day read rather than a watch.
My fantasy kicker just had a
Next
field goal
one.
blocked. I'm gonna scream. Anyway, uh, the most notorious talker runs the world's greatest clan. Probably another shitty native isekai.
Yeah. For
Noel's
Talker is
grandson
apparently a
of
class. Like,
legendary seeker over death. Dreams of surpassing his strength. Nothing but a talker. Okay, it's. I'm assuming. Okay, the weakest class of them all. So talker is
yeah,
like it's a title in this. It's not just like, oh, he's just talking. Like he's
he's a
not
yapper.
Naruto.
He's a yapper, bro.
It's like a skill. I guess he's got like charisma
Silver
100 or
tongue.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Of
There's like
every
10
like
million of these like, oh, I'm actually weak, but actually the goat series. So it's
Yeah.
like,
yeah, of all of these I've seen and like this just general thing, the character designs of this speak out to me the least.
it looks
And honestly, that's
extremely These character designs are something you'd see in like a Pokemon like fan made game or something with like the little
Yeah.
sprites that pop up when they talk. Yeah, that's what I
Like I
think
think
of when I
half
look
the
at these
battle
character
to get me to
designs.
watch something like this is have character designs I like, and this one does not quite have the character designs I like.
Yeah,
So
next up
I will
then.
not be there.
Uh,
Ranma, one
The
half
Ranma
2024.
remake. That this entire thing got leaked. I'm pretty sure, so that's unfortunate.
Oh, it's this one. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
Okay,
think
The
I'm
whole
gonna.
thing got leaked.
yeah,
Yeah, all 12
That's
episodes got leaked. Yeah.
crazy.
yeah. This is like part of the Netflix, the whole Netflix
Yeah,
thing.
I don't think you were
Yeah,
here when we talked about the Netflix
yeah,
leaks.
yeah, yeah. I think that was us. Yeah.
I don't plan to partake, but we've talked about the trend of like a lot of these older shows getting remakes,
Yeah, I
and I
think.
love it. This is
Looks
just one of
cool.
the ones that I've never quite been that interested in anyway.
Yeah. I'll probably, if I ever wanted to watch this series, I would probably just watch the original.
I kind of want to agree, but I'm glad it's. I mean, and maybe people will be like, "Oh, the remake popped off."
Yeah.
Um, I just like the updating a lot of these older shows now.
I mean, it like brings in like a new audience potentially, so it's,
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with it. But next
hopefully
up,
it's good.
we have Mao 2099. So, the cyberpunk metropolis Shinjuku, a massive city-state backed with neon signs, blah blah blah,
Oh,
is in
great.
the year 2099 of the Fused Era, where the legendary Demon Lord has his second coming 5 centuries in the making. So basically, this, I guess, a Demon Lord reincarnates in a world that's
Reincarnates
like
like 100 years.
technologically advanced. Yeah.
Yeah, or hundreds of years forward.
Uh, may have
I
been
will not be
reduced to a
there.
historical footnote, but this brave new world will be his for the taking. It doesn't seem particularly interesting.
This feels like an AI generated prompt.
Low key, kind of.
And that's kind of what's hurting me is it just sounds like the normal.
Veltal is like 100% like a freaking AI generated name.
um if you like Demon Lord, it's probably good. I feel like once again this is kind of a very specific thing, right?
Yeah.
If I like Demon Lords, I'll probably like this. If not, at least up front, it's not doing enough to really bring me in if that's not a genre I'm really into.
Well, we're what 4 anime away from another Demon Lord show. So
Yeah, we don't
Demon
need to
Lord
worry about
lovers have
him.
got something.
Yeah. So next up, this is Yakuza Fiance, which I feel like I've heard someone say is good, but I don't know anything about it. Somei Renji is Somei Yoshino's grandfather and leader of the Somei Group, the Kansai region's biggest Yakuza group. When he arranges for her to be married to Miyama Kirishima, Yoshino has to move to Miyama Clan Estate, the Kanto region's biggest Yakuza group. Kirishima warmly welcomes Yoshino as a pleasant, personable, and nice young man that nobody would suspect comes from a Yakuza family. This puts Yoshino at ease, even though she was initially feeling insecure. But then a certain event leads to Yoshino witnessing the real Kirishima. Uh,
I don't know why, but I've never really liked Yakuza content all that much. Maybe there's always exceptions, but
What was that one show? It was like in the past few years, the one
uh,
where like
the
Guide the
babysitter,
Babysitter.
yeah, yeah, that's it.
I
yeah,
like that one.
I liked that one. That was like almost a parody of the
Yeah,
Yakuza
yeah, of course.
genre, but that was good. And like I said, there's always exceptions, right? But generally, the Yakuza shows I'm not really all that into. This feels like another one that's could see it being something interesting. Maybe
Yeah,
if I start hearing people saying it's like really really good, I would be like, okay, I'll give it a shot. But
I think I'll go in like the same direction. If I see people talking about it, then perhaps I'll give it a shot. But it doesn't like the art
jump out
doesn't
to
really
me.
scream to me something I'd really care to look at, and then the story, I don't. There's only so much I can really gather from the what's it called. So
I could see it being good. Like, compared to some of the things that we've kind of just like brushed off, I'm like, I could see this one being something that people unironically are like, oh yeah, this is great.
yeah, who knows? Next up, we have. I think Spat watched this first season of this.
I watched like half of it, bro. I couldn't. I don't know. It was
Oh,
like
this
good,
is
but like
that.
I thought you
I
liked
didn't even
this one.
realize.
I did, but I don't know. I just never finished it, bro.
This is the one that he liked and then fell off.
Yeah, I don't know. It was like good, but like I don't know. It wasn't like whatever. I think honestly, like most of the time nowadays, when I stop watching something, it's because I like watch something else. Like I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Ron Kamanahashi was the detective show. It was decent. I don't know.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. All right. Moving
Not
on
something
to
that
Yeah.
I will be watching, so I have no
Yeah.
more to really contribute.
Yeah.
Orb on what the fuck is this?
Orb on the. I've never heard of this in my life.
That was
Poland.
15th century Poland. Oh my god,
Poland.
that's crazy. Hold up.
It's time when
Heretical
heretical
ideas.
ideas. The protagonist of Child
Burn at the
Prodigy is
stake.
expected to major in theology, the most important subject at the time at the university where he plans to skip a grade. One day, however, he comes across a mysterious man and is now studying a possible truth in the midst of heretical thought.
I don't feel like I understand the description.
It's like
I'll be
seems like
honest.
it could be cool, but it like could be terrible. I don't know.
So I guess like uh
In the 15th, so the manga description in the 15th century, claiming that the Earth revolves around the sun was hearsay. Child prodigy Rafal is introduced to the truth of the universe by his mentor, and must flee when the Inquisition comes. Okay.
Bro, isn't this just freaking Copernicus? You know? Oh wait, Copernicus was from Poland, right?
Yeah, is it just the story of Copernicus? I
Yeah.
don't think it
Wait.
is, but maybe.
his name is I don't know. I don't think I'm particularly interested in watching this, but it's definitely different. I'll
I
give
think it's
that.
just based on that story, yeah, of like literally like
I
Copernicus
think
saying
it's
that.
literally a story of Copernicus.
Uh, yeah. Great.
It seems
Cool.
cool. Yeah, it seems
This is
cool. I
cool, but
don't
I don't know if
know.
I like it. But it does. It's a cool like. I don't know. I never expected that to be an anime, but yeah, I guess.
Yeah, it's very random. Uh, Next would be Mao Sama Retry R, which is the second season of Mao Sama Retry. I think it's just like a shitty Demon Lord thing, so I'm gonna pretend that doesn't
That's
exist.
Nice.
Wait, why do I recognize? Oh, that's why I recognize the girl in the next one.
So the
It's
next one is the
yeah.
My Wife Became an Elementary School
I saw we talked
kid or
about this, didn't
whatever.
we?
So
When the
yeah,
trailer came out.
this is one that I thought I had this on my list already, but I'm gonna watch it to see what the hoopla is about. Because I mean, obviously, some people are saying, I'll always look at the title and are like, we should kill whoever made this, and then some people are like, no, actually, the series is really good and not what you think it is, which is a classic anime thing. But I'll watch it. I'll take the leap, the jump.
Yes, I will let you watch it. Um who knows? Maybe Daniel will be like, this is the goat, and then I'll watch it. Um I currently don't plan to, but it's not for any of the reason that everyone else says. I just don't think the the wife girl character is that cute. And that's why I will not be there.
Okay, I see. Anyway,
I know. Crazy take.
afterward, let's see. After School,
After
Hanako-kun
school. Is
season
this the spin-off?
2. Uh, it says season 2. I don't. This is
Yeah,
a
but After
Yeah,
TV
School
that's fine.
Hanako is the
Maybe.
spin-off, isn't
No.
it?
Okay.
maybe. Yeah, okay, yeah, I guess it's a short spin-off. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. I was gonna say
Hanako
I could
content.
have sworn they're like remaking that or something. I don't know what they're doing with it actually, but anyway. Uh
Healer who
next,
is banished from his party.
the healer who's vanished from his party is in fact the strongest. Very
Yes,
original.
the weak guy banished from party is the strongest. Here's the
Why
thing:
is there so many of Okay, I know there's like
the
a lot of
blue-haired
isekai
girl
every
is
season,
pretty
but it just
cute.
feels like a lot this season. I don't know
She
why.
is
It just
pretty cute, but I also don't
It,
think that's gonna
I
be
will
enough.
I will put it in planning hell.
oh my god.
We will see if it survives planning hell.
Some of these characters have no image for me. I don't know if that's a
None of
website
the
thing
characters have
or
images for me. I'm gonna be honest.
yeah,
Every character
that's
is no
dumb.
image for me, so
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with I'm not gonna watch this.
no image is rough.
Yeah, it's tough. I think it's a sign that I don't need to watch it. Sayonara, it's like a guy
Dragon
who's a
life.
dragon becomes a
Long ago, most
guy.
ancient of divine dragons was slain.
I'm not gonna
Now
watch
he's
it. Just another native isekai.
yeah. I'm good with dragon becomes human. Roni Kunchin,
I'm
new
not gonna watch
season.
the new season. I still haven't finished the first one, but even when I finish it, I don't care. I don't plan to continue.
Sure.
One, because I don't
Nina
really
the
care for Rurouni
Starry Bride.
Kenshin. Two, the author.
Yeah, I mean, I liked what I've seen of the first season.
I mean, I separate art from the creator, but I don't think his art was. I don't think the show is very good, so I don't care to
Yeah, it's fair.
continue it. Uh,
Girl
Hoshifru
living
Okuko no Nina. What's the
this.
Nina the Starry
I
Bride?
can't
Girl
call her.
living as an orphan in Fortuna Castletown happens to have the same eyes of the same deep blue hue as Lapis Lazuli, just like the god of the stars. They're also the same colors as the recently deceased princess. For that reason, when Nina's discovered, the second prince ordains she will live as the princess in the dead princess's place.
Weird.
Yeah, this is odd.
So basically, Princess dies and they replace her with main
with
character.
with main character, and she has to be
Literally,
the fake bride of someone
just
else.
find her off the street and say, "All right,
Or she,
dear, we've adopted you. Go do your job."
yeah, I don't know. The description doesn't really
I kind
speak
of
to me.
feel like the description is not doing its job very well right now.
Yeah,
But I don't know if like even a good description of this would quite like get me to really want to watch it.
yeah,
It kind of sounds like Politics Simulator, which could be cool,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Nothing wrong with it.
has to be done right, but yeah.
Politics Simulator to me I like more as like a side quest than like the main focal point.
Yeah. Next up, I believe this is the
Season
seventh season.
7?
Yeah, seventh
There's only
season of Natsume's Book of Friends.
there's only
So,
one person I know who likes the show, and that's Shield Poke. That's the only guy I know
This is a
well,
who loves the
Shield
show.
Poke
I'm sure
anime?
Shield
Dude,
Poke is
this is Shield
really,
Poke anime.
really hyped for season 7 right
Yeah,
now.
bro. I'll ask him, bro. But he seems
Hell
really
yeah.
hyped.
But yeah. Anyway, moving on. The key visual for this looks cute. That might be dangerous. The do-over damsel conquers the
I
dragon
agree.
emperor.
Oh, it looks so cute. Wait.
Jill breaks out of prison the night before she's set to be executed by her fiance. She's struck by an arrow while
What?
escaping, but instead of dying, she's transported 6 years into the past to the night she and Gerald met. Desperate to alter fate, she instead proposes to the first man she sees, her enemy. Oh, she proposes to her enemy in the future.
That's
So
an interesting name.
this is kind of like seventh
Who
time
is
loop in a way, except it's only
yeah.
one time loop.
Is her enemy the dragon? Does she
No,
propose?
I'm gonna
Where?
assume her enemy is
How
the
is?
scary looking guy behind her.
How does the baby dragon come into play here? It's
just
important.
It's gonna be like a
I
pet or
like the baby
something.
dragon. Though.
I,
Do you
I would
see
like to
how
tell you, but
cute?
there's no images for this fucking anime.
Do you
Of
see
course.
how
Yeah,
cute
that
the
scares
dragon
me.
is?
Okay, you know what? I don't have a lot on my list right now.
I'm planning it for the dragon.
I'll put it on the watch list.
We watch this for the dragon. Look at it.
Think the I'm looking at the two characters, and I can't say for sure that they should probably be proposing at that age. But
I feel like
I
there
feel like
might
there's
be
something a
some
little
moral
problematic
dilemmas.
here. Yeah, but I'm just gonna pretend like that doesn't exist. I've seen worse, and I'm just gonna move on.
It feels like she is a girl from a shonen series, and he is a guy from a shojo. And so they might be similar ages in the story, but drawn very separate.
I have no fucking clue. I can't even like find these people have no information on them. Like I have no idea. Anyway,
Yeah.
next up we have
Oh, it's another historical thing, I think.
Ao no
Yeah.
Miburo, the Blue Wolves of Mibu. It's 1863, the twilight of the shogunate, and Japan is on the cusp of monumental change. The streets of the nation's capital are soaked in blood as political upheaval and rising tensions between masterless wandering ronin and government samurai set the stage for one of the most turbulent times in Japan's history. Young orphan Neo is no stranger to the harsh realities of the world, and yet he can't help but cling to his burning passion for justice and desire to change the world for the better. One day he crosses paths with two men who will become central figures of the coming revolution, Hijikata Toshizo and Okita Soji, two of the founding members of a group of hated ronin known as the Miburo, who would later become known as the Shinsengumi. Inspired by the efforts of the so-called Blue Wolves of Mibu, Neo decides to join their ranks to help carve a path to the world he wishes to see, but with new betrayals and reversals every day will Neo be able to stay true to his conscience.
I like the dresses
I
or
like
like
their drip,
outfit.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
but
cool. It's like a
really,
politics simulator, low key.
Well, it's a historical story,
Yeah,
but I don't think. I don't know. I don't think
it's not really speaking to me.
the main character Neo Chirino, I don't believe is a character that exists in any of the Okita Soji stories that I know of. So I think it's
Yeah,
one of
I don't know.
those we're gonna take a historical um series and kind of like put some twists on it. I'm not familiar with the Blue Wolves of Mibu either,
I've never heard
so
of them.
it
No.
might
Yeah,
just
I
be
don't
an
know.
entire. They might just have Okita
This is just
Soji
all.
on
It's all
there,
fake.
and well, it's all fake except for some of the names in here. Is my point, right? Hijikata Toshizo is a real person.
Oh, okay,
Okita
okay, okay.
Soji is a real person.
Okay.
So I don't know because I'm not that well known on historical Japanese samurai culture where like the line blurs here between real historical fact and the anime. But
Probably taking some liberties.
at the very least, the names of the Miburo are real.
If I see anything interesting about it, maybe I'll watch it, but for right now, I don't think I'm interested. Moving on, MF Ghost Season 2. None of us watched MF Ghost Season 1, so for car people,
Motherfucking
that's for
ghosts.
you. Next up is one that I think I saw like a little clip of a trailer from, and it went kind of hard, so I might watch this one. This is
Magical
Lumere
Girls
Magical Girls
Inc.
Incorporated.
A candidate for job, any job, motivated, organized, good memory. She interviewed at over 15 companies without a single offer. It's
She's oh
2024.
my, she's
That's
just like
not even.
me.
It's rookie
She's
numbers.
just like me for real.
Girl, you haven't even started.
She's trying to keep a positive attitude, but it seems like her bad luck is only getting worse
And
when a
there's
monster crashes her latest interview. As havoc ensues, she finds herself helping the magical girl who comes to rescue and ends up with more than just her life in return. Meet the newest magical girl at Magilumere Magical Girls Incorporated.
I'm sold.
Yeah, fuck it, on the watch list.
I don't know what sold me. I don't know the moment I decided I wanted to watch this,
Finally, a main character I can relate to.
but at some point during that description and looking at the art, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm down for this one. This
Yeah,
sounds fun.
the description spoke to me.
No more to say than that.
Yeah, it seems
We're
decent
slowly
enough.
becoming magical girl watchers. I think is what it is.
Yeah, here's next up another one that I was interested in. So this
Negative,
is
positive,
Negative Positive
angler.
Angler. I saw like a small clip from this and it looked fucking incredible, so I'm really excited to watch episode 1. Uh the anime story centers on Tsunehiro Sasaki, a university student with a large debt, and is told by his doctor that he only has 2 years left to live. Living the rest of his days in depression, Tsunehiro one day gets chased by a debt collector and falls into the sea. He is rescued by Hana, a girl who loves fishing, and her fishing friends, including Takaiki. Hana urges Tsunehiro to experience fishing for the first time in his life, and he starts to develop friendship with other fishing enthusiasts. Things start looking up for Tsunehiro as he starts working at the convenience store where his friends work, and he slowly gets hooked into fishing. This is original.
Interesting.
I feel like this is going to be depressing, but I want to
If
watch it
I also
anyway.
feel like
Yeah,
it's gonna
but
be
2 years
depressing,
left to live. I don't know, man.
and because
I
I
see
feel
how
like
this is
it's
going to
gonna
end.
be depressing, I'm not sure how I feel about it.
I'm going to
The
watch it because
characters
I've
look
already
cute.
watched 2 other fishing anime. I like the art style for it, and
Yeah, the art
from
style looks good.
let me see if I can find the clip, and it might help you make up your mind. I don't remember
Yes,
what
that
Twitter
might
account
be
posted it
because
though.
otherwise I think this is a let Daniel start it and then tell me if it's peak or not type of anime.
Let's see. I want to say it was this. Yeah, I found it. It's like 25-second clip.
It's a long time.
But yeah,
Okay, this kind of going crazy though.
it do go kind of crazy. I can't lie. It does seem like it's definitely a more dark. Uh,
Oh, this does look
it's
cool.
probably
Yeah.
gonna be very mature anime, so I'm interested.
Yes,
Let's go Yomeku making up for it.
it looks
Now,
good. Well, I know you're watching this, so I'm gonna let you.
I'll come back with
I'm gonna let you screen this one. Yeah, let
come
us
back
know.
with the news.
Because I think if this, like, I think at the high end of this, it could be one of the best shows this season. What we've
Yeah,
seen.
it could be very good.
But I also think the low end of it, I'm like, it could just be really depressing, and I could just be like, I'm not in the mood for that.
Yeah. Uh, yeah. So next up is Mecha Ude, so we can talk a little
Mecha
bit about
Ude,
that.
yes. The other show, I watched 2 episodes of Mecha Ude at Anime Matsuri.
I watched,
I
I watched one episode of the wrong version, but yeah.
he did.
You
We
watched
did
the
talk about that
OVA.
one too. I've talked about
Bad.
Mecha Ude a few times, mostly in the last episode. Um, I really liked the first 2 episodes. I'm definitely going to be watching this. And this is one of the ones that I'm for sure going to be trying to keep up with. See if I succeed or not because I'm bad at that. But
I'll watch it.
I
I like the orange arm guy. That guy's my favorite.
yeah, I
He's like
really
the
enjoyed
best thing.
the first 2 episodes. I think it set up some interesting things. I'm not like totally sold on it being the greatest thing ever or anything like that at the moment, but I do think it looks to me like it'll be quite enjoyable for my taste.
Yeah. Seems cool.
All right. Next up, Love
Peak.
Live Superstar Season 3.
Yes. Is episode 1 out yet? No. 2
No.
days.
So we'll see. Because I don't know, we talked about it before, but the sister of my least favorite character and my second least favorite character, from Superstar are joining the team. So I don't really know. I don't know. We'll see how this goes.
Don't quite know where that puts us with season
I
3.
I
But
liked the 5-man team or 5-girl team better than the 9, and I don't think having 2 more is gonna help that. But we will see.
yeah, I would agree with that.
I guess the main thing is I just hope the music and performances are good, and that's all that really matters in a Love Live. So
I would also agree with that. I'm excited. Love Live. Always enjoy a good Love Live.
in theory, though, this will be the last season I get to spend with my goat. So rest in peace,
Probably last season should have been
Canon.
the last season you got to spend with your goat, but that's a different debate, and I need
That's
to
it.
see how they. I need to see how we're gonna talk about that whole thing because I still don't love. I just wish
It was a little bit of a troll.
it was. It was a lot of bit of a troll. It's like the. I think the problem is, to me, the responsible person in me is like
There's no way that this would happen in any
this
like conceivable fashion.
ridiculous. Yeah.
It's Love Live though. That's how they roll.
Yes, that
Yeah, I
is how.
wonder if Superstar being done, they might, because there's like the one that they have on YouTube or whatever, the link like shit or whatever. I wonder if they'd bring that into anime format. So I don't really feel like watching the YouTube, but I would watch it if
I'm
it became an
sure.
anime.
I don't know because I don't keep up with the games or anything, so I don't know what we even necessarily have left. But I'm also like, I'm sure they have more Love Live to cook. So
As long as there is idols in the world, they will continue to make Love Live anime, I'm sure.
exactly. So I'm not necessarily concerned about whether we'll have more or anything like that. Obviously,
We'll see. Uh, Next up, it's built like a Lugia anime, I feel like. How I attended an all guys mixer. College student Tokiwa gets invited to a mixer by his female classmate Suo, but when he arrives with his friends, they're greeted by 3 dazzling, handsome men. But as the 2 groups get to know each other, they find themselves getting closer in unexpected ways. But this also says
dudes being
heterosexual,
dudes.
so it's not a yaoi. It's just
This
homies.
heterosexual. That's
Tomboy.
cross-dressing.
I have,
That's like a really heavy match too.
so I guess the guys are actually just cross-dressed. And it's actually
Yeah.
Maybe.
girls. Maybe.
Unsure.
I'm confused. Instructions
I'm
unclear to me.
I'm confused. I'm not sure
Yeah.
what's happening.
The description makes it seem like a yaoi, but then the tags make it seem like there's like cross-dressing going on. I have no idea what the fuck's happening. I think I'm just gonna skip this one. Oh, Lugia is watching this. I had a feeling. I could just it was like radiating Lugia
Could
energy.
smell it.
Yeah. Next up is
Okay.
the Seven Deadly Sins sequel thing. I don't give a fuck about that.
No, absolutely not.
Acro
At
Trip.
one point in time, I really liked Seven Deadly Sins, as everyone did, but we're no longer in that point in time.
Yeah, next up is Acro Trip. Chizuko is a normal otaku girl in Niigata Prefecture. She's obsessed with Berry Blossom, a magical heroine who protects the city, but the battles with her inept nemesis Chroma have become so lackluster that they're not even worth watching. Chizuko wants to see Berry's full power, a desire that quickly leads this seemingly timid girl down a path of evil. So this seems like gushing over magical girls, but not horny, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe. I've already added one magical girl today. It's enough.
Yeah, this one doesn't seem as interesting as the other one, so I'll
The other
skip
one,
this one.
in my head, picture like the potential for like good comedy bits and stuff like that. I don't know if that's what it'll be. I just in my head I'm like, I could see this being funny or cool or a lot of different things.
Yeah, next up, stories of girls who couldn't be magicians.
That's a
The
lot of
art looks
words.
kind of cute, but I don't really feel like
Art does look
reading
kind of
all of
cute.
this.
It is an intimidatingly large amount of words the second I click this. So they can't be magicians. They suck.
Yeah,
I don't
after
know.
reading the I scanned over the description, didn't seem particularly
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah,
I think
I'm
I'll
gonna
skip this
agree.
one. Futuro is a
It's
Cloverworks
a
movie.
movie.
It's a movie, so I'm not even gonna bother with that. We'll
We're
see
not
that
gonna
in
talk
10
too much
years.
about it.
Next up looks
Mahjong
like a
anime.
Mahjong anime. I've already got
Oh, yeah,
one of
that's kind of
those on the
basic.
back burner. I don't really need to add another one. After that, a
Wait,
terrified
what's the other
teacher.
Mahjong show you said?
Fuck,
The
what was it
fucking
called?
gal, not the Hokkaido gals. It was the other one that season. Pon Tumichi or Pondo Michi.
Oh, okay, right, right,
Ponomichi,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's what it was. Yeah, I
Yep.
watched like one episode of that and I paused it and I never got back to it. So
Like we're starting to hit a string of a lot of movies too.
Unfortunate.
Pretty
Because we're never
soon.
getting those. It's
Maybe not
bad.
that many. There's a couple movies in this next little batch.
yeah, let's see. Terrified teacher at Ghoul School. Rookie teacher Haruaki Abe or Abe is as cowardly as they come. It's hard enough for him to handle human students without whimpering. Doesn't How the fuck are you a teacher then? And now he's going to be teaching at a school full of monsters. It's a classroom of horrors for Haruaki as his mischievous students use every means at their disposal to prank him.
If you really think about this, it's kind of similar to the anime that Spat wrote back in episode 3.
That's what I was literally thinking that. I'm
They
like,
copied
really
it,
just
bro.
like
Like,
the hell school, you know?
It's
where's my credit,
kind of,
man?
yeah, it's kind of approaching your idea.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Seems kind of dumb. I don't know why this guy who's like
Wow.
so
I
like
see how it is.
terrified of human interaction is becoming a teacher and how he got the job to begin with, but you know, whatever. Next up, Trillion Game from Studio Madhouse. They went to earn $1 trillion. Okay, this doesn't seem
Oh,
very
great. A
interesting.
programmer? Oh, my
No.
gosh.
It's literally just
The
like
art style looks so,
It
like,
does. The art
old.
style looks like a game.
yeah,
Yeah, that too. Just the
definitely
character
very
design looks like very old.
striking.
I don't know why.
Yeah, this doesn't seem very interesting. It looks like it's gonna be financial type anime.
Yeah.
I don't know, not particularly interested. This next thing here is already on episode 6, so I don't think
Oh.
it's probably. I'm not even gonna bother with it. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't know if we
Doesn't
need to
look.
bother with like any
I
of the
don't think
stuff
there's a
down
lot of
here.
anything left.
I think
There's a
it's
couple movies that look interesting.
yeah. There's a lot of
This
like recap movies here too. Like there's a
Shorts and, like,
Maigo compilation movie, a Yohane compilation movie.
in Inazuma 11. It's a movie for the first season, is what it is.
Yeah, I think we're basically at the end here. I don't think there's anything else worth looking
The
at.
movie that
Cool
I
masters,
see
bro.
that does a kind of interesting is the Ganbate Ikimashoi.
Let me.
It looks
However,
Oh,
we
this
will not
I
be.
clicked on it further, and the CG does not look very good from the screenshot, but who knows what it looks like in real life.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. This is like the. Oh yeah, I'm watching the trailer. I'm not liking it.
Oh, I haven't watched the trailer yet. That was
I'll let you
loud.
click on the trailer.
You just watch a few seconds, you'll realize what's going on.
It's the boat. The boat. That's the characters don't look too bad.
I already get seasickness. That's like
Maybe a little. Yeah, they're they're definitely what was the gift that we always
Oh my
post of
god,
how the
no,
X-Arm.
no.
the X-arm one?
Yeah, X-Arm
Yeah.
GIF. Yeah.
Ah!
We're approaching that direction.
Oh no. Not that.
But yeah, it's definitely the end of shopping. I actually don't feel like I don't really have a lot going on right now.
I don't feel like
Yeah.
I added a ton. Yeah, I
I added a
mean,
Yeah,
few, which were fine enough for me.
I was gonna say, the difference between like me adding a decent amount and Daniel adding a decent amount is very different, though. But
I've
For Daniel's
got
benefit.
ReZero, Don Uzumaki. I just fucking do. Why is Blue Lock on here? It's literally not even like on my planet. It's just on. Let me refresh. Okay, it's gone. Uh, Spirit Chronicles Season 2, Arfroda Season 3, Danmachi Season 5, Shangri-La Season 2, Blue Box, 365 Days of the Wedding, Amagami Sisters, Elementary School 1, Cute Dragon, Magical Girl Who Can't Get a Job, Depressing Fishing, and Love Live. It's 15.
I think I added like 4. Oh, also the show I was watching last season, Delico's Nursery, that's like starting up again in a couple weeks. So that's like kind of, that's something I have to take into account that I'll have to finish up because I watched the
Yeah.
first 6
Oh
episodes.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
6.
guess there are gonna be
Yeah.
things. Oh fuck, Tower of God's still going. Fuck, dude. Whatever. Okay. 2.5D Seduction is also, or 2.5D Seduction is also still going.
yeah.
And Sengoku Yoko. I got a little bit
Oh,
to
so you
complete.
got some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a couple other things on there. Yeah, I gotta catch up to a lot of these. I'll have my hands full just trying to catch up to all the shit I haven't finished anyway.
Yeah.
So
And well, yeah, I gotta finish ReZero episode 1 first, man. That's like that's the first thing. So
yeah, I gotta like finish my Monica video and just like disappear for a little bit.
go into the cave.
Like literally just like disappear for a week and then come back with all my shit finished.
It's like 15 anime finished. Yeah.
Like, alright guys, I'm ready to talk about all these anime that I never finished.
Oh
Make a
no.
whole podcast episode out of that.
There we go. Fair.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got a few. I think the ones I'm actually low key like really excited about 365 Days of the Wedding. I feel like that's a show like I would like. Like it's just like a interesting premise, and it seems like it could be kind of
I
I've
cool.
heard some
kind
good things about
kind
it.
of wish I had like more new stuff on my list because of everything on here. Like, there's not really a lot new. Like, there's Don Uzumaki, 365 Days to the Wedding, Elementary, Cute Dragon. Under half of my watching is new.
Mm,
Well, I guess technically like Amagami and Blue Box are new, but like I've already read those, or at least
Yeah.
part
right.
of those, so it's not like new content to me. Um, yeah, I don't know.
That's right.
This is definitely more of a season for sequels than anything else, I would say.
Yeah, I
Uh,
would agree.
there's still some heavy hitters though, so should be a fun season regardless. My goat's back. That's all that matters.
Yeah, I'm excited for the rest of ReZero. So
Yeah,
Should be fun.
I'm gonna assume you started laughing because you started thinking about Anastasia's hips.
dude, yes. Fair.
Listen, I'm gonna need you both to chill.
You can't tell me that they're not some good hips though.
Mm, okay,
I mean, I can.
I I will.
You can't.
Okay. Okay, next week we'll find out Daniel watched episode 1 like 50 times just so you can see the scene over and over again.
I don't need to see the
Ugh,
scene, dude. I got the picture right here.
I know, but it's different in motion.
I needed to see it pan upward, yeah, as it shows off for the
Anyway, thank
characters
you
on.
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
for
we gotta end
watching
it here
today's.
before
Thank you for
some
watching today's
crazy stuff.
episode. If you enjoyed it, please rate it 5
Yeah,
stars. Check us out on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you like to listen to your podcast.
amazing.
Is the Order an Anime podcast? Can't possibly miss it. We are the only one.
Every
What
Saturday
else
at
do you
3
say?
p.m.
Every Saturday at
EST.
3
That
p.m.
was actually really
Every
good.
Saturday
Like
at
low
3
key, that was
p.m.
really
EST.
good.
It was an attempt for trying to like speed run through the outro that you've never done. You know.
You actually got most of those.
That's
That was
like part
nice.
of the bit too, though, is for me to fumble the outro on the way out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to like I'll put her hips in the thumbnail actually, and
Oh
then you
my
can't escape.
god,
I'm
dude.
kidding.
Hey, that might get us clicks actually. Kind
Low
of
key,
down.
yeah.
Maybe.
Anyway,
Anyway, that's the end of the episode. Goodbye.
see you in the episode. Goodbye.
Bye.